4 world championships, 63 race wins, and right now Max Verstappen wakes up every morning and has to convince himself to keep going. He's 60 points behind a teenager, his engineer is leaving, and he has a contract clause that lets him walk away before summer. This is how the greatest driver of his generation ends up off the grid in 2026.
So let's just put those numbers into perspective. We're talking about 4 world championships,
63 race wins, a true legend of the sport.
And then there's this number, 60 points. That's how far he is behind the championship leader right now. So what is really going on? All right, let's get into the first big reason, and it's probably not what you think. This isn't about Red Bull's performance or losing races. For Max, this is about something much more fundamental. He just doesn't enjoy driving these 2026 cars.
Look, he told BBC Sport that he can handle bad results. Finishing P7, P8, he can live with that. What he can't accept is the way you have to drive. The style these new rules demand. It's just killing the fun for him. And you can track his frustration just by listening to his words. It all started with this little gem, comparing the car to Formula E. That was the first warning shot.
But then it got a lot more serious. He stopped comparing it to other things and started calling it the complete opposite of what racing should be. Anti-driving. I mean, that's a powerful statement.
And it just keeps escalating. Every single race weekend, the language gets more and more dismissive. He's clearly showing a deep unhappiness with this new formula.
So what does he actually mean by anti-driving? Well, for those of you who might not follow all the technical stuff, it means a driver can't just push the car to its absolute limit anymore. They're actually easing off the gas on the straights, downshifting to help recharge the battery. They're managing energy instead of just driving flat out. For a pure racer like Max, that's more of an exercise in management than an actual race.
So that begs the question, if the one thing he loves is gone, what's really keeping him here?
And that brings us to reason number 2. See, all this frustration isn't just talk. He actually has a legal way out, and that door is opening very soon. This is the detail that everybody's missing. Yeah, his contract runs until 2028, but baked right into it is a performance clause. ESPN and Sky Sports have both reported on this. If he's not P1 or P2 in the championship, when the summer break hits, he can just walk. No penalties, no fees, he becomes a free agent. So where is he right now? This is the reality. He's not first or second. He's not even close. He is way down in 8th, a full 60 points behind the leader. And Red Bull? They're the 4th fastest team on the grid. The math here is just brutal. Unless something changes, and I mean dramatically, at Miami, he's going to have every right to trigger that clause. He could walk away from Red Bull, owing them absolutely nothing. He's got the motive, and he's got the opportunity. So is there anything else that could be the final push he needs to actually walk away?
Oh yeah, that brings us to reason number 3, the human element. Because in Formula 1, maybe the most important relationship a driver has is with that voice inside his helmet. Now, for anyone who's a more casual fan, the race engineer is the driver's lifeline. They're managing strategy, feeding him data, keeping him calm. It's a bond that's forged in the fire of high-pressure racing over years. It's all about trust.
Max and his race engineer GianPiero Lambiase have been a team since 2016. That's a lifetime in F1. They won 4 world championships together. They built an absolute dynasty. But now it's confirmed Lambiase is heading to McLaren. That partnership is over.
And here's the kicker. This isn't some new development. Max has said it publicly before. If GP ever left, he'd leave too. For him, it was always a deal breaker.
So you really have to wonder, when a driver is already on the fence about his future, what happens when the one guy he trusts most walks out the door? Okay, so let's zoom out for the 4th and final reason. This isn't just about Max or Red Bull anymore. This is a potential billion-dollar problem for the entire sport of Formula 1.
The scale of this is huge. Max's fan base isn't just big, it's global. We're talking massive followings in the Netherlands, Germany, Japan, and, crucially, the United States. His exit would hit key growth markets hard.
And according to autoracing1.com, that impact would be immediate. You'd see viewership drop across the board. F1 TV, Apple TV, Netflix's Drive to Survive, all the local broadcasters who rely on his star power would take a hit.
And that right there is his leverage.
F1 is pouring everything into growing in the American market. To lose their biggest, most recognizable star right in the middle of that push, it's a commercial disaster they can't afford. That's why the CEO of F1, Stefano Domenicali, called him personally. It's why the rules are already being looked at. His unhappiness is literally reshaping the sport as we speak.
So with all that power, you've got to ask, is he just complaining, or is he about to change the future of F1?
The rules change on April 20. Verstappen drives Miami, finishes in the points, says it's slightly better, but the exit clause gets activated at the summer break anyway, not because of the rules, because Lambiase is gone, and Red Bull still can't give him a winning car. Screenshot this. Come back in August.
Miami is days away and anything can happen. Do you think Verstappen sees out the 2026 season with Red Bull, or does he activate that clause before summer? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want F1 content that gets straight to the point, subscribe to PitCrew TV. The 2026 season continues now.